All traders make mistakes. Even your best traders in the world makes mistakes. A good book I read that doesn't get a lot of love. It's by Peter Brandt. It's called Diary of a Commodities and Forex Trader, I think. 12 or 20 weeks of trading journaling. Basically, he does what we're doing here in the live room, but in book version, where he keeps a journal, a diary of his trades for, I think, 20 weeks. I think it was supposed to be more, but something happened. He got bored maybe. But reading through that book is interesting. And I went into that book from a technical perspective, where I went into reading that book thinking like, I like Peter Brandt. He's a classic chartist. At the time I was, and I am now, but at the time I was going from like pattern trader, and I want to go back into classic charting, or so like classic patterns, head and shoulders, flags, pennants, double tops, double bottoms, basically price action stuff. And Peter Brandt was someone I looked up to, just someone I really respect in the industry for many reasons. And I said, what better way to kind of get mentored from this guy, aside from the stuff I was watching on Real Vision and stuff like that, and talking to him a little bit online. But what better way to get mentored by this guy than to read his diary? Sounds weird, but to read his journal. And cool little technical tidbits in there, of course. But the main thing I got from his journal is that he messed up. He wasn't perfect. And it was just like the book Market Wizards that opened my eyes to a lot of things. Like, none of these guys are perfect, man. Like, we're all human beings. And he would say stuff like, man, I knew I shouldn't have taken that trade, but like, I felt it and I was feeling it. And like, he would go off emotion sometimes, and he knew what he was doing. And in hindsight, he knew he shouldn't have done it, but he would do it. And because he's human. And you can look at that as two reasons. You can look at that as being, hey, you can make an excuse and be like, oh, one of the greatest traders ever does it, so like, I'll do it too. Or you can look at it from a more realistic perspective and say like, hey, we're all human beings. Like, none of us are perfect. We all have flaws. We don't want to, I don't need to know about all your flaws, but we all do stuff that is not the greatest. None of us are living like angels.